What happens when the strong and independent act takes an ironic twist? These moments reveal how misplaced priorities and reality checks can leave a lasting impression. Realizing at 46 that a husband might have been a good idea is the plot twist no one warned them about.
It dawned on me that I'm 46 years old and I don't have a husband to take care of me. I don't have a husband to help me.
All my single friends, it's tough. I didn't think it was going to be this difficult to ever find someone just to share the simple pleasures of life.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore and put in any effort?
Pursuing independence and shaming men backfired. Now it's a solo reality check without the good men they scoffed at. Ouch.
Dying alone thing isn't going to be like a running joke. It's going to be reality.
This is my reality. This is my reality. All the good men have gotten married in their 20s and 30s because they're good men.
Cats over kids isn't the dream she imagined at 20. This man didn't just highlight the consequences, he shattered the whole illusion.
Now they got grandkids running around. You're 50 years old. All you got around you are cats. You go to the barbecue. Now you go to the barbecue. You can't bring the grandkids with you. All you got cats. You're in the house all by yourself when your friends got their daughters, their moms, they have their family, all the kids. All you got is cats. Now you're in your 80s, right? And we have the family reunion. All you got is cats because you got no man.
Having a man is not goals. Y'all keep saying that have a cat bitch. Every bitch not to have a man.
Baby girl,
well, let me see you goddamn only up without a man.
Free game.
Everything that's on you was bought by a man. You talking about it ain't gold. You done told us to click the link in the bio. Who listen to it? Who subscribing? Who the motherfuckers? Who the goddamn money? Who are the customers? Who are the clients? Who the motherfuckers you in the music video? Oh man, how would that? You would be homeless running up goddamn 85 without a man right now. You understand that everything you got was given to you by a man in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether it was a goddamn this bitch. All we saying is, why don't you find yo nigga?
Independence is fine, but at 80, who's throwing the family barbecue? It won't be the cats, that's for sure. The thought of the first male first lady is comedy gold. Imagine feminists telling him to stay in his lane while demanding equality everywhere else.
Right now,
The hypocrisy would be wild, but hey, it'd make for some great dinnerware debates. Plates, anyone? Running into a house? That's not bad driving. That's demolition derby training. Houses don't move, so what's the excuse? Someone call her a cab, please. She wants all the boyfriend perks, but none of the girlfriend responsibilities. Cooking and caring are off the table, but dates and vibes are fine. Just call it what it is. Playing the field while keeping the commitment-free badge proudly pinned.
Just, come to the realization that I don't like being a girlfriend. I hate it. I don't like being a girlfriend. I don't like being a girlfriend to anybody. I want somebody to be a boyfriend to me. And it's like, as bad as that sounds, that's just what it is. Like, cooking for you. I'm not washing your drawers.
Yeah.
I don't care about how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just want to vibe and...
I just want to vibe. I just want to chill. We can go out on dates. We can have fun. As friends, though.
Yeah.
Nothing more. Yeah. I'm definitely not trying to get married no time soon.
For sure.
And that's just what it is. It's a lot always having to share yourself with someone. And right now I'm in a space where it's like, I'm so happy being alone. I wake up, I sleep by myself. I wake up every day. I sleep with my daughter. I wake up, I do what the hell I want. I ain't got to worry about who I'm affecting with my daily decisions.
Yeah.
Getting offended by biology? That's like being mad at gravity for making you trip. The man didn't even say much, and she still spiraled.
If I say what would you say men are better at than women?
I think men are better at probably
It's like muscle stuff. Usually we're pretty good at.
I think women are just as strong as men.
Physically?
Yeah, I do.
But they're not though, right? She's not okay. She's not crying. I didn't ask anything. I was just asking what's the difference between men and women.
Science isn't sexist, and denial won't change facts, no matter how much huffing and puffing happens. Mixing water and oil to cool the engine? That's not science. That's comedy gold. They didn't just hit a rock. They hit rock bottom in car maintenance knowledge. At least they got Starbucks. Because who needs a functioning car, right?
And oil, they don't mix. Yeah. So like, you know how the oil is hot, so it's overheating your car. So if you just put the cool water in it, it's gonna like keep the oil cold.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. So
yeah. So just put it in. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you need to put more because you see how it looks ugly? Like we want it to look blue.
Like so, yeah.
Okay guys, so we're literally on the side of the road because the car like started making weird noises. Like you hit the rock like in the front, huh?
Yeah. Like I think.
Oh.
Is it?
What
oh
is
my god! Is that oil?
No, dude, it's the water that we just put. That's why it's making the weird noise because the rock made all of the water go outside.
Then how are we gonna go back home? Like at least we got Starbies, you know?
Yeah.
So standing in the metro is your definition of oppression? Equality doesn't mean men suddenly become your personal chair holders. Either grab a seat when it's available or embrace standing. It's called fairness, not favoritism. Career first lies are packaged as empowerment, but they forget to mention the ticking clock. Working 60-hour weeks won't hug you back at 40. Independence is great, but denying biology? That's a tough reality check waiting to happen.
Since records began, 50.1% of women are childless by 30. So there are more women without children at 30 than there are women with children. The first time ever.
Well, somebody clipped a part of one of my podcasts, I believe it was, where I was talking about what our society does to 19-year-old women, or 18-year-old women, 19-year-old women. We just lie to them all the time. You know, the first lie is there's nothing more important than your career, more or less by definition. So that's the first lie. The second lie is there will be nothing more important to you in your life than your career. So that's the second lie. And then the third lie is there should be nothing more important in your life than your career. So that's the third lie. What I've seen is that as women progress towards their late 20s, there's a psychological transformation. And what happens is that they place less emphasis on their career and way more emphasis, particularly on having a child.
Her microfeminism tactics sound less like empowerment and more like daily exercises in passive aggression. Asking men to handle minor tasks doesn't exactly scream progress. Pro tip, if you're trying to shake the system, maybe start with actions that actually matter.
Tiny things that I do that are microfeminism like acts. If you don't know what that is, long story short, it's like instead of just like standing up, burning your bra and screaming at people, it's like little acts that make men pissed off, and it's my favorite thing to do. Top of the list is if somebody says I have to talk to the board, or I have to talk to the chairperson of the board, or I have to talk to the CEO or CFO or whoever, I will say, let me know what she says. Always she, like my default is she or her instead of he or him. Obviously, unless I know the person and I know that it's a man, I don't go out of my way to be wrong. Some people will say Miss and Mr. and then like their names, but I don't go that far out of my way, but I will if I'm saying first names, like if I'm saying Jane and John, I'll say Jane first instead of saying John first. If I'm on an email with a bunch of people who do not outrank each other, obviously this is like if there's not a secretary, not a assistant, anything like that, and someone has to send like a calendar invite or a Zoom invite or something like that, I will ask the men in the group to send it, or like a specific man in the group, like, hey John, do you mind sending that? If a woman says something in an email, like they do some research and they have an opinion on something and I think it's right, but I think more needs to get added, I will say, I think Jessica's 100% right. This is correct. I just want to add something like that. Like I'll affirm and then continue. But like if a man says it, I'll just say, I want to add, and I'll just go into whatever I'm going to add. And I think that part is just important because it's important to like cement, especially for women, to like boost confidence and just say like, hey, like call out to everyone else like, hey, they're right. They're smart, they're right.
Her micro-feminism flex sounds more like a micro-delusion. Those men aren't defensive. They're confused because no one passed them. Maybe it's time to focus on the trail instead of imagining invisible competitors.
Favorite ways to assert my dominance on the trail as a female hiker is when I see a guy pass me, I ask him, oh, was that your wife that just passed me like a mile ago? Obviously making the assumption that there was another woman that passed them. And every single time they get so defensive and they're like, what? No. Micro-feminism, ladies.
Blaming being young and dumb for cheating? That's like blaming the wind for knocking over your house of cards. At least she admitted the mistake, but the damage was already done.
Really young and dumb is something that plays into it because you don't really understand the consequences of your actions.
But what was my
Appreciate
dad
the
not doing
consequences
that made you want to look elsewhere?
I don't know, because he was such a great husband and such a great dad, and I think that I fell into a situation where I thought that the grass was greener somewhere else. And I made a huge mistake. That's like my life's biggest regret.
Claiming to support men's rights while constantly interrupting? That's rich. He's just trying to make his point, but her antics scream, look at me. Men face real struggles, but her over-the-top approach turns a serious topic into a comedy routine. But the blank stares in the room say it all. These boss babes nod like they understand. But let's be real. They probably still need help with their Wi-Fi router.
Are not interchangeable. Moms and dads are not interchangeable. So this idea that like, oh, I can be a strong independent boss babe and I'll just outsource the child care, or dad can just stay home. You could argue that that's fine on some individual levels, but if we make this the like society-wide expectation, everything that allows you girls to think that you are strong independent boss babes who can do it on your own crumbles. It disappears. It turns to dust. There's no more Wi-Fi. There's no more electricity. Kiss your air conditioning goodbye. There's nobody to fix your car when it breaks. You don't have gasoline because there's no oil rig workers. Basically, this is all kind of Delulu land stuff. This idea that like, oh, we can just do whatever we want. It just depends on my personal preference and, you know, it'll all be fine. What you want on a personal level is not the only question here. It's not the only moral question. It's not the only thing to consider. There's a greater good society.
Mansplaining accusations? Sure, because logical responses are just too much to handle. She couldn't handle a calm debate without playing the gender card. Imagine flipping the script. Hypocrisy would be trending instantly.
I'm enjoying it.
You're loving what?
The mansplaining that's going on.
What
Or just talking me through how by not answering the question, by repeating processes which are not related to the question that I've asked.
What's mansplaining, Senator?
Well, it's the slightly patronising and condescending way that you're responding to my questions.
Well, I would suggest, Senator, that if you're putting the word man in front of some description of what I'm doing, you're doing that which I'm sure you're very much against, is making a implication about how I'm conducting my role as a man.
Well, then the easiest way to do it...
Is that what you're saying, Senator?
Well, what I'm saying is that the way you've been responding to me has been patronising and condescending, and I have responded to that. So the easiest way to deal with this is not to have that way in responding to the questions I've asked.
Imagine the reaction, Senator, if I said you were woman-splaining. You're saying that I'm mansplaining.
Well, it is a term that's used.
Is it by whom?
Well, it is a term that's used.
By rude senators. Let the record show, Chair, that Senator Gallagher thinks it's appropriate to refer to a senator as mansplaining. Take a good look at yourself. I mean, sitting here and saying to a male senator, you're mansplaining. If I said to a female senator, you are womansplaining, there would be uproar. Stop being a hypocrite.
Well, I
Conduct
doubt
yourself
it.
appropriately for this
Well,
place.
I'm sorry you're so offended by the use of the word. It is a word that's used. I'm surprised that you're so shocked by the use of the word.
No, I'm just calling hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Thy name is Labor. Thy name is Senator Gallagher.
I'm not lonely, just alone, she says. But wow, that sounded more desperate than reassuring. Maybe it's time to rethink those tough vibes if they're scaring off the nice guys. Being strong is great, but being approachable, that's a winning combo.
Cause like, I feel like the nice guys get pushed over by you too much.
Yeah, because you're kind of tough. You're too tough and you're kind of like abrasive.
You need a little bit of a yes.
You need someone who's gonna be like, shut up. But then be like,
And then I would never be, if a guy told me shut up, I would not
but like he
date
didn't
him.
mean it. He didn't mean it.
We're still on the lookout, boys. I'm not lonely, I'm just alone.
Bro, that sounded so lonely. I'm not.
Those muscles might look good for Instagram, but they're not built for reality. Turns out, strength isn't just physical. It's about losing gracefully. Someone pass her a protein shake and some humility.
Look, she's pissed.
She's actually angry right now.
If you win again, she might punch you.
I kind of want to see it.
I know, me too.
Can we get a flex off? 2, 1, go!
Get it done, girl. Get it done.
Come on!
Let's go. Smash it, smash it.
Turn! Ryan, go! Go! Grab the table with your other arm. Pull! Come on! Come on, Ryan! Ryan, stop laughing! Come on!
Oh my God.
Push! Go!
Use that muscle.
She's quitting!
Oh, come on.
Hit her!
A little more,
Hit
dude.
her. Go! Ryan, come on, bro! Put her down! He wins!
Losing an election is a dangerous situation. If this is rock bottom, what's next? A meltdown over running out of oat milk. The 4B movement is serious, but crying about it mid-fire emergency? Priorities, lady. Let's hope reality checks are on sale.
Up what the 4B movement is. And I literally fell to the ground crying. I had finally pulled myself together today because we actually are in a dangerous situation. Aside from the news this morning about who won the election, we actually have a fire that started and it is very close to where I live, and people are now losing their homes very close to where I live. So I was sent home early today from work, but that's not what this is about. I literally looked up what the 4B movement was. If you don't know what the 4B movement is, Korean women had decided to stop having babies until they received equal rights, and their country was screwed because they weren't having enough kids. Their population was going down too quickly. I cannot believe that that was something that had to be done, and that now we are at our rock bottom and this is where we are at. I feel like I'm in a different world today. This is so heartbreaking. I'm beyond words and feelings today.
She's just one pothole away from a tow truck and an embarrassing TikTok moment. Somebody get her a driver's manual before it's too late.
Bro, your tire fell off. Bro, pull over. You don't have a tire on your rim. Bro. Yo, she's straight tripping.
Which of these situations surprised or amused you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more relatable content.